Okay, then now I'm going to introduce my co-researcher and Mr. Okay, join with me. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jeff. This is basically I designed all the concept areas cross network, and then I discussed with him each layer and part of the layer, and then finally we now the making through of the design sheet, and this design sheet we did actually feasibility study, medical possibility, and implementation possibility. Where we are research and investigation. So today just talk about actually outline of the cross network. So we will discuss many things and multiple layers. So first of all, we have to design the class fundamental layer. Just explain to them.
Basically, cross is our one of the main project right now. And I will basically, we have started the work on the design side basically of the cross, which is used for the exchange of different materials in the cryptocurrency world basically. So the basic is the foundation layer, and the foundation layer basically consists of three parts basically. First, the node concept basically in the cross network. In the cross side basically, any node will be an iPhone node or for example Android phone. Basically, our system is based on the smartphones basically. And every node will be a smartphone of iPhone and Android. These are major nodes in our system basically. And basically each node basically which will be utilized for secure sharing, because when we talk about the cryptocurrency world, the wallet basically is the main thing basically which can stores the funds, the different funds basically. And the private key is the main thing basically for the storing the fund. So every node will store some fund, reserve some part for saving the funds for part of the private key of other members also. So in the cross basically we have also maintained the hierarchy, and in the hierarchy basically we have different layers according to the functionalities basically. One is the government sector people, the other is the normal people, and the fintech people, different nodes basically. We are doing this way because in order to we have do the management easily basically. Because all the nodes are in the one layer basically on this one level, then for example 10,000 nodes or 20,000 nodes, then it's quite difficult to manage this node. So we divide in different layers the nodes basically. And each node, for example, 1,000 nodes in one layer, other 1,000 nodes in other layers. So in this way, the management can be easy. And in each layer, basically, we have the status of the agent program will be running in the Windows machine or the Linux machine. SOA will be a Windows machine or Linux machine, and it will whenever a new node will come here, basically it will manage this basically collaborate with the SOA node, and whenever nodes want to store some secret, they will ask the SOA nodes to give the anonymous nodes. Anonymous nodes is basically the main function, one of the main function of the SOA basically. So whenever the SOA nodes give the SOA anonymous nodes to the node, it will store the secret in these anonymous nodes. And whenever, for example, the user wants to do the transaction, then the private key will need to be recreated. So root mapping is the other main function of the SOA part basically. So the node wants to do the transaction, it will again consider collaborate with the SOA, and SOA will give the according to this mapping which is saved with the different nodes where the private key was stored, and then the private key will be generated and the user can do the transaction. So basically three layers they are there. The fundamental is the node, and basically SOA node which is anonymous nodes, and the root mapping. The other is the X wallet. X wallet is the basic version. Basically we have
basically actually that's the best thing. Okay. Now people you understand actually he explained. We designed all across each layer of network. And the fundamental area he now explained a little bit details, but basically what is the fundamental area? Is we have defined each autonomous decentralized network node. This is the fundamental of a cross network. And because unlike the standard internet is the decentralized network, decentralized network P2P connection, but we are outside this cross environment. We need to maintain the data much more secure, and also we need to broadcast those information to other nodes simultaneously. So then we actually maintain those node availability and the performance, latency, time, many other functions we have to achieve. So that is the main layer of cross network. And then in this time, the main point of cross network is much more secure decentralized network environment. So he mentioned that. Okay, we use secure sharing method between each data, which is divided into 3 parts. And also, connectivity also we divide into 3 parts. And then store some anonymous node. We have actually, owner has one key or maybe data, one part of data in their hardware wallet or hardware USB or maybe inside hard disk. But the other data is not located the same the computer, the user side. So those data is spreading out, is actually cross environment network. But even owner doesn't know where going with this data. Okay? This is why he mentioned that such a status observation agent program, SOA node, they actually generated randomly key, and then so they select randomly those out of so the anonymous node, then dividing all node. So then whenever they retrieve the data, those data come from there. But we need to refer and the billboard of our SOA agent node programs. Then we actually see the cache. Then those cache data, we can see that those route mapping and get information. Then finally we decorrect, we generate original data. So that is actually basic fundamental area and the cross platform. So of course this is one of the part of, because this is actually cross is actually autonomous, decentralized versus exchange marketplace environment. It's not, one is of course cryptocurrency. Now the cryptocurrency is getting big boom, but not only that, it's the standard currency, but many other guild services were changed to money to service, or maybe somebody has their own asset. And for example, I'm driving a car, my car, I want to sell my car to other people, and somebody exchange car to other maybe computer machines and maybe other machines, any other things. But real estate, somebody has a flat and they want to sell, and those flat to other people, and they exchange. You actually put apartment complex or maybe bungalow type of the product. So this is a differentiation, but actually just exchange matter to matter, or currency to currency, or cryptocurrency to others. But I need to secure environment. Then how we can make a secure environment? How we can make a contract between them? This is a smart contract. This part